Let's eat all of Panera's new menu items, shall we? I love Panera and I love trying all of their new menu items because they always roll out a ton of new stuff, and this time is no exception. I have a lot of food here. It feels very intimidating, but so is my hunger. I'm so hungry, and all I've eaten today is a Dutch Bros Golden Eagle. If you know, you know. Subscribe if you're new here, and I will link my Dutch Bros video in the description. But today I have pastries, sandwiches, and the weirdest combo that I've seen in a long time. It is a cinnamon roll breakfast sandwich with like meat and eggs on it. I don't know. I question it. Now, I also did a Panera taste test here with some of their new menu items a few weeks back, and then as soon as I launched the video, then the menu items fell off. So I tried to do this as fast as possible, so if there are good finds here, you can go to your local Panera and find it ASAP. So good. This is not about you though, Dutch Bros. This is about Panera. Guys, do you like Panera bread? Be honest with me in the comments. Grade it from like A to F. I personally give Panera like a solid A. And there are so many people who are passionate about how much they dislike Panera, but I think Panera is a sleeper hit in the snack community. Let's start with the one that looks the most delicious to me. This is the bacon double take. It's so fluffy. It looks like there's a lot of good stuff on here. It's pretty girthy in the best way possible. I have cut out bacon recently, but for this and the purposes of science, we're deep diving. Cheers. Let's talk about it. It's good. I think there's too much bread going on. I mean, it is good. There's good stuff in there, but the chewing experience feels challenging. Maybe that's because I'm 40 and everything feels challenging after 40. Just getting your socks on takes so much work. This is really good. I think it's good. It's very filling. I feel like this is a good road trip food where you need something that's gonna fill you up for a good long haul. I don't know if it's like delicious in that I have to go an hour away to Panera, which is where the closest Panera to me is. I was so sad. They had all these beautiful croissant sandwiches on the menu. That was the only reason I drove an hour to Panera to try those croissant sandwiches, and they were out of croissants today, of course. Next is the steak and wake. This thing was about $8. Has 500 calories on this thing. How? We've got eggs and we've got steak. I mean, the protein couldn't be more proteiny. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like this a lot. I wish there was like a sauce or like an aioli or something. It feels a little, I wouldn't say dry, but I'll say dry. A little dry. We could use some sauce on this, but I'm gonna go in for a second bite because it is that delicious. That was like a cheesesteak vibe. I will be saving this for later. This one is the most disappointing to me upon first glance. This is a ciabatta ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. I just don't like ham. I like bacon. Ham feels like the way wet socks feel on your feet. I don't know how else to explain it. Or like jumping in a pool with jeans on. That's the way ham tastes to me. Like looking at it, feeling it in my mouth. Get me off this island. I don't want to be a part of the ham community. Even though I am a big ham myself. Maybe that's what people think about me too. They think about me as like a wet pair of socks. Anyway, we're getting a little too deep philosophically here. Oh, I really don't want to try it. It's like looking me in the face. It's like peeking out. It's like, you want some ham? I'm just not gonna look at it. Cheers. Honestly, I feel like ham is not bad. It's still a little dry. Where are the sauces, y'all? It's too much bread to not have a sauce on this sandwich. Can I ask for sauce? We need sauce. That would be delicious with that Raisin Cane sauce. My imagination's going too wild for this video. Okay, I'm at my desert house, by the way. If you've been following along for the last 2.5 years, I've been renovating a house near Joshua Tree, California, and we are quite literally done, except for the mess I just made that I've now got to clean up. But we're about to list it for rent, so I will link to the Instagram below, follow the account, and I will be making a big announcement when it's ready for visitors to visit. I can't believe it. I've been like living in the desert part-time for the better part of 2 years, and I'm so sad that I'm leaving and giving this place over to you guys, but I'm happy that it's over so I can get back to my normal life. But if you come stay at my house, don't mess it up, okay? It cost me a lot of money, a lot of tears, and a lot of sleepless nights, and I really need you to not destroy my house, okay? But I do want you to come though. Just be nice. This is where we're gonna get into the sick and twisted part of the video. We're talking about the CinnaScramble sandwiches. One is just plain, and then one has sausage. So basically, it's a cinnamon roll cut open with egg and or sausage, okay? That sounds so gross to me. It's like people who put ketchup on your eggs. Do you put ketchup on your eggs? I can't do it. Emotionally, I could do salsa, but I cannot do ketchup. Make it make sense. Let's start with just the plain CinnaScramble with the eggs. I really am dreading this, and I love Panera's pastries. I bet this cinnamon roll hits, or whatever the kids say. Do they say that anymore? I'm not sure. Bet. Oh, I don't like that. No. Oh, they're both delicious separately, but we don't need them together. The flavor tastes like a person who takes all of their pieces of a meal and mixes together in one big pile and eats it versus eating things separately. Yes, it all goes to the same place, but the experience is wild. To mix it all together, it's kind of like that same essence that I'm getting. And I think adding sausage to this sounds even worse. Who's the one with the sausage on it? Okay. Honestly, that's way better. Make it make sense. I can't. Am I talking to myself? Maybe. This one has like an icing on it. The other one didn't have as much. And there's like, I don't know. It's almost like French toast with sausage and eggs. That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. That other version of this was way sadder. Why is this kind of good? Totally shocked. Oh, I love this one. Oh my gosh. I would give this an A+. Panera, I should have never doubted you. You were always an A in my mind, but I saw this and it was just a little freaky. You know, it is spooky season. I was like, maybe they're getting a little bit edgy, a little scary, but this is actually fantastic and I'm in love with that. I need to breathe. I still have more to go. Benji right now, my dog, is really hoping. You're like, please, mama, please give me a crumb. He's working me so hard. Usually he's not even this close to me. Let's dive into these pastries because that's my favorite part of any breakfast is the pastry part. I feel like some of these look familiar to me. In my other Panera video, I don't think that I had any of these, but there's a part of me that's like, did I have these already? Let's start with this almond croissant of sorts. Has a nice little icing drizzle on top. I like that a lot, actually. I really think that icing elevates it. It's not too sweet. It's not like a dessert. It really is like just like an elevated sweet little breakfast treat. Highly recommend that. This one looks amazing. If you have been here long enough, you might know that I did a Costco bakery item taste test, and this version of the Costco version was so delicious and mind-blowing. Can y'all tell I'm drunk on Dutch Brothers right now? So I'm hoping this is at least as good as Costco's, because like I said, I drove an hour to get it. Okay, cheers. Good, not great. I mean, it's good. In my mind, I thought this was more of like a berry syrup kind of thing. It really is more of a jelly jam kind of texture. Very sweet, a little chunky. It's good. I think if I had warmed this up and it was ooey gooey, I think I'd like it significantly more. All right, let's talk about this loaf. She's cute, but you know, she's got cranberries and I hate raisins, and cranberries are raisins' first cousin. I think they all suck. But we're gonna dive in because sometimes things surprise me, like a cinnamon roll sausage sandwich, okay? Cheers. I hate cranberries. I would love this without the cranberries. It's almost like a lemon loaf with like a crunchy, crispy top. Now let's talk about these little guys. They're really cute and they look pretty elevated. Like they look like they came from a little French bakery on the corner of your little small town, not from a Panera. Let's go with this guy first. I like that they have this like little dipped chocolate on the bottom. I think that's gonna be a nice little sweet kiss. It's good. If you don't like coconut, steer clear. It is very coconut centric. It's also very chewy. It's like lots of movement going on in my mandibular joint. The chocolate on the bottom is a really nice touch. It adds a lot of flavor, but it's not overly sweet. This is kind of really nice. This is good. This feels like fall somehow. But they also have it with this chocolate version. Let's see if they nailed it. Ooh, that's interesting. It's almost like a chocolate coconut brownie. It's chewier, but it has like a brownie bite vibe to it somehow, and the flavor and kind of like the texture has more of that brownie kind of vibe versus just a coconut. I like this a lot. Oh my dear goodness gracious, am I done? Wow, I feel like I just ran a race. If you are living near a Panera, I would recommend you go try these before they take them off the menu because I do rotate stuff a lot. I learned the hard way when I did my last Panera video. If you would like to check that out, I will link it here. I've also tried everything on Panera's bakery menu, and that was one of my favorite videos ever. And if you haven't, please thumbs up this video. It really does help my video in the whole YouTube algorithm. It allows me to keep doing videos just like this and more. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love having you guys a part of the food family. Some of you have been with me for like a decade at some point along my YouTube journey. So I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you the next time I get hungry.